What are we up to? We're out another morning wonder. Here we are. Oh. Now, what do you reckon of that? Do you think that would taste good? No? You're not sure? We're underneath. Earlier in the year, we're looking at a crabapple tree. And this is it. The bottom branches did very badly. But the upper branches in the sunshine seem to have done okay, and so they're now starting to drop their little crab apples. Now, crab apples are different to wild apples in that wild apples you can often eat them, but crab apples are so bitter, but they have a very high pectin content. Which means if you're making a blackcurrant jam or something like a jam or a jelly, the high pectin content in them will help to set the jelly. And so the lower branches did really badly. Goodness, this branch has just fallen and died. It just didn't survive very well. The bottom branches outside of the sunshine. Now, Jesus tells the story of a man who went to sow some seed. Luke records it in Luke 8. A farmer went out to sow his seed, and as he scattered the seed, some fell along the path and it was trampled on, and the birds of the air ate it up. Some fell on rock, and when it came up, the plants withered because they had no moisture. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up with it and choked the plants. Still others fell on good soil. It came up and yielded a crop 100 times more than was sown. My interest is just in the fact that the farmer sowed the seed. Here's this little crabapple, and the tree has dropped it, and it's not held on to it. It's not kept hold of it. It's dropped it, and that's true of all seeds. At some point, the tree, the mother tree, releases the seed and trusts it into God's hands in a way, and away it goes. And then there's a farmer, and he does the same. He has a bag full of seed, but if he wants a harvest, he has to throw that seed, he has to plant that seed, and it has to leave his control, it has to leave his hands. And for a while, it will look like maybe it's dead, or it will be buried and out of sight and unseen. And this reveals a spiritual truth, in that if we want a harvest, there comes a point when we have to give and let go. It would be ridiculous if the farmer kept hold of the seed in his hand and expected a harvest, if he held it in his hand and put his hand under the ground and kept hold of it under the ground, hoping that he could see it sprout and protect it. No, there comes a time when it's cast into God's hands, and so it is with us, and all that we say and all that we do, and in our lives, that is for God. And trusting God, at some point we have to give it up and let go of it. And I don't know what you're holding on to and are not getting a harvest from. It can be all kinds of things. We can hold on to our good news. We can hold on to our lives. We can hold on to our time, instead of giving it generously and allowing God to take it and give a harvest from it. Well, today, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, be generous in what you do for God. Be generous in what you give. Be generous in how you act and speak to others, knowing that as you sow, it will ultimately be God who gives the harvest. May He bless you and keep you, and today cause His face to shine upon you and give you peace.